Hi, it's Joyce here. I decided after I made this planter that I wanted to decorate it. So, first thing I did was I divided into 4 different areas and put masking tape around it, divided it equally 4 different times. Then I divided in between those 4 times another strip of masking tape. So I had 8 strips of masking tape all around it. I rubbed my finger quite a bit to really press the edges in. Then I took some green underglaze and my sponge, and I sponged green underglaze about 2/3 up the planter, all around it. And I had to make sure I dabbed the sponge off on a piece of paper before I put it on there, otherwise I would have gotten too much of a blob instead of a sponge look onto it. And then now they've got all the, so I've got all the green on there, and I sponged it off a little bit too much there, but so I've got all 8 sections painted in the sponge green. Then I took some purple paint, and again I put it into my tray and I just dipped my sponge in there and put purple on the top. And I did put the purple down into the green because I didn't want a direct line between the two and I didn't want a gap between the two. I kind of made it look like there was the ground and then the sky above it, give it that type of a look. And I did this purple again around all of them. Then I took my strips of paint off, my masking tape off of it, and you can see I've got a nice clear strip of line in between. So I got to get them stuck, get them off of there, get it all off of there. So I've got all the paint on, sponged around. I've got all my strips off of it. So I'm going to put vines and grapes in between. I take my slip ball trailer. It's the first time I've decided to tried using this. Filled it full of the green and just slipped on some squiggly lines to give me the vines around each, in between each of the spaces. Now when the squiggly lines are on, and then I just slip trailed some leaves around there. It's easier to do this than it is to actually paint them on with a paintbrush. I only have to do it one coat. If I were to do it with a paintbrush, I'd have to coat maybe 2 to 3 coats to give a good coverage. Now I also decided I'd take some of the leaves and I put them into the sponged areas. Now once I got the leaves done, I made some grapes, clusters of grapes. So I took a Q-tip and I dipped it in the purple underglaze and just dabbed on dots to represent clusters of grapes. And some of the dots were solid. Some of them actually made a little white spot in the center, and that gives it a bit of more of an accent or highlight into the grapes. And again, you can see I'm just carrying these grapes into the sponged area as well too. And then I just made these grapes, made sponges just randomly around the pot everywhere and the leaves. I didn't plan anything out ahead of time as far as drawing it on. I just randomly put this on. There's another area that I'm just filling in the leaves. And then of course I'll put the grapes on there as well in between that. And I just put these vines in between each strip all the way around the pot. I didn't video it, but after I finished this, I outlined the entire thing in black out underglaze with my liner paintbrush, because that made it show up better, especially the leaves and the grapes that were on the sponged area. There's my finished product. I hope you like it. Enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. You can click like or support and subscribe to my YouTube videos to support me. Thank you again. Bye.